know her, you'll love her. Ellen Woodsworth, Mr. Chris Shaw, and Ian Gregson. This is a powerhouse group.
Maybe that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Ian Gregson, Chris Shaw, Ellen Woodsworth, and they will answer the following question.
Some critics have described Vancouver as an overly planned and overly controlled city, lamenting the absence of a more vibrant and messy urban life. What do you think?
Is Vancouver too planned and prissy and not vibrant and messy enough? I'm going to start with Ellen.
I don't think it used to be. It used to be First Nations village. Actually, Tsleil-Waututh, Musqueam, Tuamat. Why can't we call Stanley Park Why? Because the feds says no. It's amazing to me that some of the oldest buildings, the most beautiful buildings, and what are we getting now from the developers who are stinking rich? We get tall, ugly cement towers with maybe a stripe of red that's innovative. Disgusting. And what's happening to the main streets that we love so much? The same thing that happened to Robson Street. We're seeing the gaps, we're seeing the big, the chains taking them over. Instead of the lovely heritage we had on 4th Avenue, we still have on Main Street, and we have somewhat on Commercial Drive near where I live. We need to strengthen our neighborhoods and make our area plans supersede these developers coming in and doing spot rezoning, destroying heritage, destroying the community, and really making sure that we have the kind of diversity and animation that we could have in our cities.
Thank you, Ellen. Chris Shaw, is the city too planned and
It is definitely too planned, and it's planned by the puppet masters behind the crowd at 12th and Cambie, who pull the strings and say, let's have the Olympics. And then they develop something for the Olympics, and the poor get displaced. And they say, let's develop the Cambie Street corridor. Oh, guess what? We're just going to put a RAV line down there. Oh, no, it's not about development. And guess what? It's all about development. Then they say, let's tear down Little Mountain. Ah, guess what we're going to put there? Giant story towers. So yes, the puppet masters that drive this city have driven it for far too long, and the people at 12th and Cambie need to wake up and start listening to the public and start pushing democracy down to the grassroots level where communities can make the decision about how they want their city to be, not let the developers run the city as they've done for far too long. It's time for a real change at City Hall, and the only way you're going to get it, is to get rid of the crowd that brought in the Olympics, get rid of the crowd that did the Little Mountain thing, get rid of the crowd that's going to change up and down the Cambie corridor, get rid of the developers, and make the city really responsive to the citizens with grassroots democracy.
Ian Gregson.
How can I follow that? I can't. You said it all. I totally agree. The city is, when you vote for people, vote for the people who hold the power in Vancouver, you're not actually voting for the people who are actually sitting around city council. You're actually voting for their developer friends. And Vision, COPE, MPA are all funded by those developers. You're in allegiance with Vision, who are. All right? So, I know Ellen is a great person, but when you sit at the same table as those who share the money from developers, you're sharing their money too, right? And that's where the strings are pulled in this city. And until we as voters, the 31% who come out and vote, recognize that, the city will remain planned and developed and not organic in the sense that we, the people, can do it.
I would say he overcame his initial reluctance to speak. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will start with the last. Ian Gregson. Chris Shaw. Ellen Woodsworth. Mr. Chris Shaw. Thanks, Ellen. Please.